Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode. I'm just here looking over my, all over my farms here, and I'm looking like I've got a lot of wheat growing, so I think I'm going to get started by getting the control system onto these machines here, and at least get them dumping into that chest. The same with these trees. I'd like to get this tree farm up and running today. Right now it's dark, so I'm going to sleep through the night, craft up a couple new, some wireless redstone, and I'll be right back once I'm ready to get going with that. Okay, so I think I got all the items I'm going to need for these, couple of one transmitter and one receiver. Just need to grab some glowstone and redstone. I was out mining after the between episodes here, so I've got some more diamond to carry on with a few interesting things. I have no idea what those interesting things would be yet, but I'm sure I will figure it out eventually. Some more obsidian sticks. This sorting machine is working out quite well. I did notice a problem with the ore processing. For some reason, the rotary macerator wasn't taking power out of the back box, and I have no idea why, so it kind of jammed up the system a bit. So I've got that just getting back up to speed before I toss the ores that I have back in. I think these go like that. So there's the transmitter and there's the receiver, just like that. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna need some red alloy wire. That's in here, unless I just don't have any. Or I just don't have enough. So I've got one, I'm going to need more than that. Here's, toss those in there. I think I need to carry that redstone around, that's okay. Alright, so there's our wire. I still have to put a door in that wall. This is getting ridiculous jumping over there. Okay, so now I don't know if this piping system is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. So I'm just going to dig down where these are, put down my receiver right here, and the alloy wire, just like that. And that'll turn those machines on with a redstone signal. And oh, looks like we already have wheat. Here we go. I made up all of these signals already, which was kind of ingenious of me, if I do say so myself. And I'm just going to put the transmitter up in the tower. Keep that going. Just like this. And a couple of pieces of stone, and you'd be none the wiser. Okay, I'm just going to run down and watch, now that that's on, I'm probably going to leave it on. There's burning peat, I'm getting peat, probably more peat than I really know what to do with. But I want to make sure that's okay, so they both come out the top. And it did not go in because it's full of seeds, so I'll take some out to see if it, yeah, putting the seeds back in, which is exactly what I wanted. And it's going to pipe the rest of it down and around into this chest, which I'll still have to figure out a way to get the items out of there. But for now, that's probably going to work. I might want to add another chest, make it a double chest just for to make sure it doesn't overflow. But I should be good for should be good for a little bit on that. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is figure out how I want to make the humus for this tree farm and get it piped over into this system. So I will think about how I want to get that done and be back once I've got the stuff I'm going to need. Okay, so I'm going to start by making up some automatic crafting tables, like that. And what else am I going to need? I'm going to need my logistics pipes. There's a crafting one, that's handy. There's my stone, I'll need those. And my basic. I've got some glowstone on me already, I'll grab some lapis. That might come in handy. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make the humus have it be created here, because I'm going to need dirt and some other things that's already right here. I think I have dirt and sand. And I'm also going to need fertilizer of some kind. I think there's a couple different ways I can get fertilizer, or manure. I'm wondering how it would work if I did it with both. So what I'm thinking is this. Whoops. I was still on. I was in my test world, which reminds me I've got to turn the back to easy. So there we go. Okay, so we've got creating humus with compost or fertilizer, and there's a couple different ways to get fertilizer. So what I'm wondering is if you say had the ability to make fertilizer either way, and the ability to make compost, say, either way, and the ability to make humus either way, would it create it depending on what resources you had available? Like if you say didn't have fertilizer, would it be smart enough to use compost if you had it? So that's, I think, I'm going to try that. It's going to take some, it's extra crafting tables, but that's, not a huge deal. So I'm going to try it with, I'm going to try that because that, because I have ash coming in fairly regularly, especially once these things are like constantly running. There's going to be a fair bit of ash being produced. And I'm going to want my tree farm going pretty much constantly, so that's going to be producing ash, but I don't think it'll ever be enough to make all the humus that it's going to need. So I might be able to make, have compost as a backup to that. So we're going to play around with that and see how that's going to all work out. I think I have ash in one of these things. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't think that there's going to work out the way I was hoping, but that's okay. So I'm going to think about this a little bit more and try and figure out what I'm going to need resource-wise, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so I've got this this set up. So here's one way to make compost, and the other way to make compost, and one way to make humus. So I'm just putting down the crafting logistics pipe, and I'll need some more of those. I think they do not go like that. I think I have to use my portable crafting table, aka Philosopher's Stone, to make those. So there's my crafting logistics pipe. And I don't have my wrench on me right now. That there I just broke off because it needs to be a one of those basic logistics pipe, because it's an intersection, and connect that like that. Okay, I'll be right back once I grab my wrench. Okay, so I just did the import on all those, so now this system here knows how to make, at least knows how to make one way of making humus. So now I have to figure out how to get it from this system over to there. And for that, I'm going to have to work underground. So let's go back over here. Let's see how this is going. It's getting a lot of dirt. Got a fair bit of peat and got a bunch of ash. Looks like this here is now full of bog earth. That's great. Or almost full. Once that one stack is gone, it should fire that that chest off down over here to pick up that stack. So I think, let's see. So we have to go from there all the way back over to there. This here is the wheat production. And that is the, goes back there. That goes there. So I'm just looking at this here, and it might be more effective if this line here, if I moved it over to here and ran it that way, straight down. That way I can run a line from over here, beside this track or close to it, down here, and use that and go down that way. I think that's what I might end up doing. I'll have to do a little bit of digging, which is no big deal. And that'll end up being coming over to here. I wonder. Okay, I think this is going to get pretty cool. Just thinking some things that I can do with these carts and with item unloaders. Shoot. Yeah, filters. I'm liking that. That's... oh, this is going to be cool. So what I'm thinking is that I'll use a filter. I'll have the chest here, and or maybe I might have to have the chest over here because I don't want it adjacent to that filter. It might not know what to put it, or that unloader. It might not know which one to put if I put a chest here in this block. So I'm going to have another chest in this area with another item unloader, but the item unloader is going to have a filter of just of the humus, and this will have the filter of the peat. And I'll have another chest probably down in here. That's what I'm thinking. Like that. And so when this is empty, it's going to shoot the cart along, and I'm thinking I can use a piece of wireless redstone and some kind of a switch mechanism so that it will go to an alternate track that I can make a little tunnel for right here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That'd be cool. So I'm gonna need a bunch of stuff for that. Some stuff I haven't even looked at creating yet. Basically, that switching mechanism. I know Railcraft does give you that option of building like a switching type of mechanism, but I haven't actually done it yet. So it'll be a good learning experience, and it'll end up being really cool of having one track servicing 2 different items, which was something that I want to do eventually. You know, have just a couple of tracks on here, or a couple of chest carts on here, and basically servicing the entire network. I don't know if I can get it to be that complicated, but I'm certainly going to try. So, what I'm going to need is to look up some recipes, because I don't even know what the device is called. I'll need some more wireless redstone. Just going to put up some torches here. It looks a little dark in this corner. So what else? I'll need to figure out how to make that switch. And so I'll be back once I've got everything ready. If I craft anything new, I'll definitely turn the recording back on. And so I'll be back once I'm ready to carry on. So I was just looking over the recipe here. So what I'm going to need is a switch motor. I was just in my test world making sure I knew how to do it and figuring out how to use these things. Doesn't look too complicated. Piston, iron, some bone meal, ink sac, bread rows, no big deal. And then we have this receiver circuit. And that's no big deal except for slime balls. I don't think I've encountered any yet, and pretty sure I don't have any. So I'm either going to have to find some or make some out of propolis and pollen, which I don't have either of. These are produced from bees, and the pollen is from, if I'm not mistaken, it's one of the higher end discovered bees in the research. Same with propolis, is not something that you get at the lower end. So unfortunately, that's going to put a damper on my plans. One thing I can do is, I think there's an option for showing the slime chunks in this map. Show slime chunk. Here we go. Enabled. So these red blocks here are slime chunks. These are the only places that slimes will spawn, but they don't spawn, at the surface. They spawn at the lowest level. So, so I might go digging down, especially in those spots that are like basically under my base. Because if I can spawn some slimes down there while and I'm still close by, go down and check on them every now and again. Hopefully get a couple of slime balls, and once basically I get 1 or 2, I'll teach it to my transmutation table so I don't have to go through all that big hassle again. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll probably just use my destruction catalyst and clear out a small area down that low. Hopefully there's no lava down there. That would be unfortunate. So that's going to be where this is going to have to start. Just kind of a drag. So I'm just going to toss all this stuff away. So put in the right spots. Some of these items here don't obviously auto sort yet. This stuff here does. And those don't. That doesn't. Neither does that. Those do. Yeah, so lots of work to do on my sorting machine still. Just basically need more slots. Toss that in there. Don't need that many. Throw my wrench in there. I'll need that. Bring this with me. So I will be back once I've cleared out a little, basically, you know, slime spawning farm. Okay, so I've got a nice big area cleaned out here. And got the spider. Looks like my backpack is out of power, and so my drill is almost out of power as well. So hopefully I'll get some slimes spawning up in here. Any size will do, as long as they give me what a slime ball that I need. Yeah, my drill's right out of power. So I will portal myself out of here and right back up again. There we go. So now I've got those two slime spawning chunks done. Let's see what I ended up with. Hey, look at that, 14 diamonds for my troubles. Not too shabby. Right, so while I'm waiting on those, I guess I can go ahead and place the track down that I'm going to need after I clean up my inventory a bit. So I'll be back once I've got that done and ready to build onto that track. Okay, looks like this thing is back up to full speed, and it looks like we're getting, it's almost, our bat box there is almost full. So we're just going to go ahead and dump in all this ore. I didn't get that much, that was some from leftover. And get that all processing up nicely. That nice and speedy. Very good. Make sure this is still at 100% heat. And lots of power. So that'll be good. Okay. So now that I've got uncharge that so I don't blow a giant hole in my base. So get some track. So the switch track. Looks like I'm gonna need more regular track. So I've got some rail beds still. I've got a little bit of rail. I'm gonna need some iron. And I'll need this. My crowbar. Bring some of that. That should be good for now. So, if I remember correctly, yeah, there we go. So this should do. What am I missing? Oh, it's probably not. It's not in a rolling machine. Silly me. It's on a regular crafting table. There we go. Okay. There we go. Plenty of those now. Alright, let's noisy cows. Okay. So let's get our boarding track and place that right here. Oh, that's going to work perfect. Good, good. I was afraid these tracks were going to try and connect. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to power it up here. And make one there too. Don't want that one there. I should have charged up my bat box while I was down there. Where did those come from? Probably over here. These dark spots. Hopefully that'll take care of that. So what we're going to do is get rid of that. And we're going to put one of those in. And connect it like that. I hope. Maybe because of this, it's not liking it. Try and get this figured out. Because it's this. It's there. Okay, I think I know what we can do. We can do that and then fake it like that. There. And we do want to turn that around a different way. Like that, I think. I think so. I think so. So I'm going to have to maneuver this wire a little bit differently. Because I'm going to need this space here and probably here for the switch, for the switch motor, so that'll automatically set this so when this when the cart comes down this track, it goes either straight or up this way. So I'll need that space there, but I can. There's plenty of room under here to get that wire run properly still. Yes, I think. Yeah, I can make that. I was just thinking this wire might interfere with that, but I can put a strip on there so it won't. Okay, so that's that. Twinning on that track. Checking for creepers. Don't want one creeping up on me. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of digging in here. So I'm gonna go charge up my backpack, and I'll be right back. Okay, it turns out I'm not gonna have to dig out anything here just yet. I did go up and grab some the piping I was gonna need. So down here I've got a provider pipe onto the chest, which is going to provide the humus up this here, up these here pipes into the actual into those machines. But I think this is all I can do for now. I'm not going to wire the unloader up yet. There kind of isn't any point to doing that because the tree farm isn't actually on. and I don't have this motor, which is incredibly important. Right, so we'll be back next time. I'm gonna hopefully get some slime in between episodes. Get this this tree farm up and going. Next episode, I'll maybe figure it a way. If this works, then I just might have a way to get ash to one location, which will be good. So until next episode, have a good day.